Another Forest from Alien Adventures. Let's start. Chapter 1, Forest Explorers. Micro-sized, Max, Cat and Nog were searching for the fragment. They walked across the dried-up swamp and eventually reached the edge of a forest. The fragment is in there somewhere, said Nog. At least I think it is. The energy is coming from it is really weak. Carefully, they made their way into the forest. Eerie purple trees stretched over their heads. Their bare branches made the trees look dead. Everything looked parched. I hope the others can stop the jammer, Kat said. She checked her watch. It was still not working, which meant that they were all still stuck at micro-size. Kat heard a rustling noise behind her. She spun around. There was no one there, just two big, beautiful flowers. They had white petals that drooped down and purple twisting roots. I don't remember passing those, said Kat. Max, Cat and Nog continued on through the sickly-looking forest. They saw more of those white flowers peeping out from behind the trees. I have a funny feeling we're being watched, murmured Max. Then the friends heard a sinister squelching, sucking sound just ahead of them. Through the reeds, they saw a swarm of large blue jellyfish-like creatures floating in a shallow pool of green goo. The creatures we met before, said Nog. Said Cat, watching as the meebs gulped down the goo. All those creatures seemed to think about us food. Then one meeb looked their way. Alert! It hissed. Small animals sighted. The swarm rose up angrily into the air and then whipped their tentacles towards the micro friends. Food is ours! Came out the eerie cries. Not share! Ours! Time for a quick getaway, whispered Max. The three friends hurried back through the forest. The path was crowded with more of the tall white flowers. I'm sure they weren't here before, said Kat. Never mind that now. They will make the perfect hiding place, Max said, panted. We can climb inside those flowers and wait until the meebs have gone past. Max, Nog and Kat each chose a different flower and climbed up. They wriggled between the smooth petals. Inside the flowers smelled sickly sweet. Moments later, the angry meebs stopped in front of the flowers. They looked around and flickered their tentacles to and fro. Small one's gone, they muttered. Us never share food. Then they turned and bubbled back the way they had come. Phew, thought Max. They've gone. He tried to climb back out of the big white flower, but the petals closed around him. Hey, I can't get out, he shouted. Nor can I, yelled Kat. Nog pushed against the petals. I'm trapped too. Do not struggle, came a gurgling voice. You're our prisoners. Talking flowers? Max sputtered. Starving flowers. The three plants shook and shivered. We are doubloons, and this is our forest. Since the meebs are drinking all of our sun, intruders are really not welcome. Let us go, cried Nog. Silence, intruders, hissed the gobloons. We shall take you to our leader next door. She will choose your fate. The three of the plants suddenly lurched forward on their rooty legs. These things can walk, thought Kat. So that's how they they seemed to spring up from nowhere. Gabloons. Information. Gabloons are plants that can walk and talk. There are different types of gabloons. You can tell them apart by different colored flowers. They are the most common are white gabloons. Diet. Gabloons feed on the sap of cremor. Habitat. Gabloons are found mainly in the forest of cremor. Large petals. Mouth. Movable roots. Nectar is a big yellow gabloon. She is the oldest flower on the planet and is the leader of all the other gabloons. The gabloons took their terrified prisoners up a steep hill. "Wait, Nectar!" cried one of the gabloons. "We bring you three strange fleshy things." Through the gaps in the petals, Max could see that Nectar was a big yellow gabloon. She overlooked the forest below from a small puddle of thick green sap. Nectar's leaves quivered. "Bring them closer, let me look upon them." The gabloons bent down close to the ground and opened their petal mouths. As they did so, Cat looked down at her watch. "The power's back," she said, "and Tiger and Seven must have stopped the jamming device." "You want to see us, Nectar?" "No problem." Max pressed his button. The next moment, he returned to normal size. He was quickly followed by Cat and Knock. The gabloons screamed and swayed in panic. Only Nectar remained calm. "Greetings," Nectar said. "Hunger made us mistreat strangers. I am sorry." "That's okay." Cat felt sorry for the plants. At the bottom of the hill, she could see a swarm of memes. The memes are drinking all their sap, aren't they? That's why the forest is drying? Our whole world is dying. Nectar sighed. Little sap remains. Knock pulled a bottle from his belt and walked over to the thick gooey puddle. "I wonder." "What is in that bottle?" asked Nectar. "Water," Knock explained. "It is what we drink." "There isn't much, but perhaps it will dilute your sap to make it last longer." Cat's eyes lit up. "Like adding water to orange squash," she said. "Good idea, Knock." "Try," Nectar urged them. "Please, try." Quickly, Max, Cat, and Knock emptied their water bottles into the puddle, which grew a little bigger. Nectar shivered with joy. The other gabloons dipped their roots in there. "Nice," they sang. "Uh-oh, I see something that's not so nice." Knock pointed down the hill. 6 robotic shapes were rolling through the forest. "Oh no, Cruels!" Cat groaned. "Bad Boss sent his army after us again." "Right now, maybe the Cruels can help us." Max jumped up and down, waving his arms. "Hey, Cruels, we're up here! Catch us if you can!" Hearing Max's voice echo down the hillside, the Cruels started rolling towards them. Knock frowned. "Why did you do that?" "You'll see," said Max. To reach Nectar's hill, the Cruels had to pass through the feeding memes. The memes hissed at the sight of the robots. "Stay away. Sap is ours." The Cruels ignored them. Instead, they blew the memes out of the way. Soon, the jellyfish monsters were in full retreat. "The memes have been driven away," sang Nectar. "What about the Cruels?" asked Cat. "They're coming for us." "You have helped us," said Nectar. "Now we will help you." Nectar raised a leafy arm and pointed to a tiny tunnel in the hillside. "If you can make yourself small again, you can go in there," she suggested. "I can feel the fragment more clearly now," said Knock. "It must be underground." "Let's shrink," said Max. "We must find the fragment before the Cruels do, whatever it takes." Let's find out what happens next and in the book, The Attack of the Giant Meep. Until next time.